Hi, gentlemen. What if I told you you've been told a lie this whole time? Not trying to drive curiosity here, but as a woman, as a therapist, I need to make this video right now. You've been told by your father, your mom, society, your brother, your friends, your guy friends, even your ex, possibly, that women only want money above all else. That if you just work hard, sit there and not complain and just get rich enough, she'll never leave. But here's the truth, gentlemen. There are 3 things that women crave more than just money. Good women, at least. Good, loyal, genuine women who want a good life, a good, genuine life. And these 3 things I'm going to be talking about, they're ancient, wired into biology in general, and the most important thing that I'm going to be talking about today. And most men today don't know this and have completely lost touch about these 3 things I'm going to say. And so that's why exactly how you lose passion in a relationship, marriages fail, and women lose attraction, and sex becomes non-existent in relationships, even with the most successful of men, especially actually when men get really successful, women leave them. And so this topic resonates with you if you're a high achieving man, but you're in the midst of divorce and you want to learn about why. Maybe you're starting to question why you've worked so hard all this time. This video is going to be really important for you. Hello everyone, my name is Christy. I'm a therapist and a relationship coach. And overall, I am the leader, you could say, or the mission starter, igniter of the mental health practice that I've created. And we are solely focused on serving exclusively men, helping them master your overall mental health, rebuild your relationships, and reclaim what I call the power within your own life, your own identity, your own mission and purpose as a man. And I want to be direct with you because I know men appreciate a good, logical, blunt truth. I will be direct in these sessions. All of my therapists are more direct than gentle. There's no fluff, what I call no BS, grounded psychology. And we go straight into the rough of things, detangle everything that has been happening, challenge you, put you into your place when it comes to the things that we believe you are not aware of, in order to actually help you gain results in your own life. Therapy is not an experience. It's not a massage by any means. A massage can be good or bad, right? I mean, it can feel good during the massage, but if it doesn't really do anything for you afterwards or doesn't release the tension of your muscles, what's the point really, right? And so that's why I've created this practice and also this community to connect you guys together, because men's mental health is under attack. Men don't talk about these things because you're not taught to complain. You're taught that emotions are kind of useless. And so if you want therapy that might resonate with you, that's why I've created this practice. And so if you're interested to talking to one of our team members, you can click the link in below. We're slowly growing more options when it comes to the therapists that we're including on our team. But obviously, I am very, very, very particular with who I allow onto our team, because they need to be part of our mission in understanding that men's psychology, male struggles, social constructs when it comes to age-old belief systems and values of how a man should behave are not black and white. And it also creates a lot of pain and turmoil in a man's life, especially with the ever-changing geopolitics and globalization of our world today and the pressures on men. It's hard. Not just love, life in general. So if these topics help you and you feel like you're in that personal growth stage of your life and you're old here, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you again. I am so grateful to see that you are watching more of my videos and you're learning from it. I hope you're learning from it. So if you're old here, comment down below what was the last video you watched, and did it change anything in your life? Did your mental health, did it show you anything new within your mental health, and what are you working on? And hit that like button and comment down below. Why did you pick this video? Are you struggling with something? What's your story? Whatever you feel comfortable of sharing. And I do encourage everyone in the comment section to be respectful. If you're going to challenge someone, respectful and non-judgmental, okay? And don't rant at something that you feel like you have no personal story or background information on. So if we're going to challenge, we're here for a discussion, but we're not here to belittle or bully people, okay? Because men, you guys should support each other in a very assertive but non-judgmental way. And we put out content once a week. I'm trying to get myself on the routine of once a week. And so if these videos help you, again, hit that subscribe button, smash it, and hit that like button. So without further ado, why does this topic even matter? What are the 3 characteristics? You probably can think about a couple of them already, right? Why do even women matter, right? Why I'm not trying to play games and things like that. This matters because there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to how society teaches men or boys to be men, even women, okay? And I want you to be the leader of advocating for yourself. If you have children or boys in general, advocating for them and teaching them how to get through life or get on with life in the way that can provide them with the tools to be most prepared for the wars ahead, okay? Not literally, but figuratively, although there are, not going to get into politics. So, from an evolutionary standpoint, okay, women have evolved to seek traits that were obviously meant for survival of herself and also the survival of her offspring. And that partner, most of the times, exuded strength, reliability, leadership. Behavioral psychology shows the same thing, okay? And that's why I love history more than just pulling things out of my emotions when it comes to what I believe modern relationships should be, okay? History shows more of a trend. Feelings are kind of just subjective experiences, right? And so behavioral psychology shows obviously the same thing, because evolutionary psychology, behavioral psychology, one of the most long-standing, highly researched schools of thought in our academia today, okay? It shows the same thing. Women look for men who can respond to pressure, protect her, without losing a sense of control in your own mission. And most importantly, that you're not there to serve her, but you're there to serve the entire family household. But here's where society or modern society has twisted it, okay? Women have been taught at an early age to prioritize status and money over substance, depth. And men have been taught at an early age in modern society to just chase money and we're good, instead of character. And so this oversimplification of what people should look for or what you should nurture within yourself as a man has resulted in a lot of problems that I see within relationships, dating, single life, whether you're trying to find a partner or you're in a relationship and trying to improve your relationship, or you're in a marriage and you're trying to improve your marriage. These shortcuts have created a lot of problems within relationships. And so that's why I'm making this video today. And what has it resulted in? What are the problems? Women end up with men that they don't respect. I mean, she married you for money, but did she consider that desirability and her sense of respect for that man is actually a huge importance for her to feel fulfilled within her life. And men end up with women who don't truly desire them overall, whether that be spiritually or sexually. So let's fix that. Number one, the first and most important thing that I feel like most genuine women and good women want in a man is what I call the unshakable conviction. With or without money, this matters, okay? Obviously, with resources and the ability to provide in our money-driven world is very important. But even without, unshakable conviction is one of the most underrated trait that doesn't get promoted within our school systems, within power hierarchies in the corporate world. You're kind of taught to keep your opinions to yourself nowadays. And I don't believe that's what women are attracted to. At least not the women that are good and feminine and want a man to provide and protect her. To build trust with a man, she needs to know who that man is. And so if that man is taught not to say the disagreements or the opinions that he has, it's going to cause problems, okay? She might not even know it. So women crave men, whether she knows it or not, with conviction. A man whose values don't bend just because he wants to please others. It's not arrogance. It's a big difference. It's not fake bravado, but it's grounded in a sense of, I know who I am, I know what I stand for, and I'm not going to be insecure about it just because I think others won't agree. If they agree or disagree, it doesn't affect him. Both matters, agree or disagree. Why does this matter though? Why does this matter if you're trying to really understand how to create a genuine relationship with a woman, or find a woman who's going to value you a little bit more than just what you can provide? Evolutionary psychology shows that men with conviction signal stability and leadership when resources were low, were scarce. Behaviorally, conviction is read as confidence, as a sense of certainty within himself, certainty within his own competence, certainty with his ability to have the skills and tools to get out of something that is really, really bad. And so with that, competence is confidence. If you believe in your own skills, from experience per se, this triggers safety. This triggers a feeling of safety in the woman, that you, with her or not, you'll make it. And this obviously triggers attraction as a result, and far deeper than the wealth. That's when the woman will stay even when things are really, really bad. If you, per se, go bankrupt or you have a business fail, that's conviction is a true determinant of what allows a woman to still feel safe staying with a man who has nothing. The problem that's happening today, let's discuss that a little bit. Many men, and I'm talking to you gentlemen, okay, confuse conviction with stubbornness. Comment down below if that's you. Or you abandon your own values entirely to keep peace. Both kill respect, okay? But they both destroy respect. Or worst of all, you abandon your values in the pursuit of money. That's not conviction. So how do you actually build it? Get clear with your non-negotiables when it comes to yourself, the standard you have within yourself. Get clear with the conviction that you have within yourself, your worldview. How should and should not the world be? Now, I'm not telling you to be rigid. I'm telling you to just have a stance. that when you have a stance comes the opportunity to learn more by further discussions and by people who might be a little bit more competent in that topic. And that goes with business, that goes with relationships, that goes with life in general, that goes with how to be a good father, how to be a good husband, how to have a happy life. And one very simple action step that I always tell clients to embark on if they have a huge struggle with conviction, if they're in the lower end of the spectrum or percentile with conviction, start by just saying no very calmly and see how your body feels. Stand by your word even when it's uncomfortable, because most of the times, if you have trouble with stating an opinion or having strong stances, polarizing stances when it comes to having a strong sense of conviction, you have problems saying no. Okay, so start with that. But above all else, above money, women love and look for a man with unshakable conviction. I can't tell you how attractive that is, how safe that feels. Even if my partner brought $0 home that day, I want to know and feel so safe that he will be able to make it with my support, my cheerleading, my love, and me maybe providing as well. We'll make it through, right? Because life is just about getting through the wars with a good teammate. Second and most important thing that women crave but won't tell you other than money is, I'm going to be gentle with this because I'm going to get in a lot of trouble by saying this, especially with how liberal the world has gotten, but I'm going to say it anyways, controlled power. Let me say it again, controlled power, okay? Women don't just want a strong man. You can look huge, you could look like you're 6 feet, you could look like you have all the muscles in the world, you can have all the money in the world, you can boss people around, but still not have controlled power. They want a man who could be dangerous, but is disciplined enough to never misuse it. And this is a statement that actually Jordan Peterson said that kind of really hit a chord in my own experience as a woman and why I respect some men in my life versus not. It's when they are extremely powerful and could be dangerous by any sense, not physically, could be, right? Or with their boundaries, with their standards, with their decisions, with their hard cut decisions, but they choose to never misuse it. In evolutionary terms, women survive by aligning with men who could protect them and obviously their offspring. But behavioral studies show it's not raw aggression that women are attracted to, okay? It's actually quite the opposite. If you're aggressive and explosive all of the time, can make a woman feel extremely insecure, not safe, because she doesn't know when you're going to explode out in public all of a sudden and put the family in jeopardy, or even if the relationship is very secure. Most of all, it's about self-mastery. So what's the problem that we have in modern society today? Many men have gone passive and avoidant, thinking that just being nice is going to fix things. No, right? Because obviously I get it. You've been told by the society and women that your aggression and your physical power, or the presence in which your body can exude when you walk into the room, can feel very volatile or can feel very threatening. And so you're just going to be nice. You're just going to be passive and nice, which is not the solution. Another problem is others swing to the other extreme and they get into this really aggressive, I would call it hyper toxic masculinity, extremely volatile, always yelling, always, may I say a little bit of Andrew Tate, although I do believe he's quite intelligent and the things that he has to say actually have a lot of value for the community of young boys and men out there, he's on the other side of the spectrum, which I don't believe is a good influence on young boys, but some of the things and content that he says actually makes sense. And so you can't have the perfect person, right? And I'm trying to tell you, there are two sides. It's either the problem is you're too nice or you turn to being way too aggressive. Control power means you're capable of defending and leading and taking action, but you do it from a place of discipline and clarity. Is there actually a threat? Have you seen that there is a threat? Have you seen that this problem is going to create harm to yourself and the people that you love? And then you're going to act on it. Don't be passive, but don't be overly aggressive. There are steps to dealing with it. And so how to build this specifically, gentlemen, in your life, if you're on either side of the spectrum, whether you're too passive or you're too aggressive, I can't repeat how important it is for human beings, especially men, to train both your body and your mind. And what I would say, your body being how your body works, how you're able to create muscle, how you're able to see the physical attributes grow, the physical endurance grow, the harm that you can do if you were to train your body to that degree in a physical sense, okay? But then control it and obviously not do it, or practice it in an obviously controlled manner. And your mind being emotional regulation. Emotional regulation, self-awareness, and the ability to state your truth, which is vulnerability, okay, without reservation. And that is the most attractive, stoic. All women crave this. How can they not, right? And so combat sports are really good, but when it comes to emotional regulation, therapy, books, looking back in time and not lying to yourself and telling yourself that, no, I'm not affected by it anymore. That kind of conviction is not okay. That's just pure naivety, okay? The combination makes you completely magnetic because this combination shows that you can protect her when she really needs it and when she really is in threat, right? But you also know yourself well enough and you know her well enough to not use it all the time, right? And so it's really, really, really important. If what I'm saying is starting to hit home and you're starting to really see how relationships work or what women crave more than just money, and it has hit a chord in a way where you've never even discovered these parts of yourself and you're kind of stuck in the in-between right now of being either too nice or too aggressive or too hard, that's a gap that can be closed, and it's important that you start with acknowledging that it needs to be closed, okay? If you want to explore this a little bit more, I can't help you with the physical aspects of things when it comes to building a body that you feel powerful in, okay? But I can help you with the mind aspect of things. We are a growing team. We try to include male therapists who have gone through this journey themselves and explore the power of their body and the power of their mind. And so if that's exactly the kind of work you want to do, feel free to book a consultation with one of our team members. The link is down below. We're excited to hop in a consultation with you, see what we can do with you, see if we can help you, and graft out or map out some of the step-by-step processes in a logical sense, what you could benefit from in therapy. Not just fee-fee, foo-foo, frills. We like to have a concrete structure of what needs to be done so that you can see a means to an end, right? Developing strength is extremely important. But developing strength without toxicity is more important. Conviction without ego is probably one of the most underrated things out there. So if you haven't already thought about it, it's time to think about it now, okay? Link is in our description. Number 3, depth of presence. Everybody says emotional availability. I like saying depth of presence. You can't always be emotionally available all the time, but when it calls you to be emotional available, if there's a context or a time that calls you to be present, women crave a man that has the ability to notice that. That's it. You don't have to be available all of the time, okay? And that's the key difference, okay, of what society tells you that a relationship requires versus what it actually requires. Women crave emotional depth of presence more than money. And I don't just mean you sitting in a room and kind of parroting back, I get it, tell me more, right? I mean making her feel like she's the only thing in your world at that very moment. Not all the time, at that very moment. Your ability to turn on curiosity, turn on your logical and emotional brain to help her and understand her is so amazing. But you don't do it all the time. It's kind of like a gift, okay? From a primal perspective or evolutionary perspective, presence meant just safety. A distracted man could get you both completely devoured by predators, okay, or killed. Today, it's the ultimate display of value, or that they value you, or she values you, and I value him. Because in a world full of distractions with our phones, social media, so many things to do now that it's summer, so many problems happening at work, geopolitics, a world full of distractions right now, giving everybody ample opportunities and reasons to not listen and get deep with each other. A man who's able to notice that, control it, and inject it within his relationship, and even teach the woman to slow down and learn how to do it as well, learn how to give undivided attention, is extremely rare, and it feels very calm and very safe. So what's the problem today? Most men are glued to your phones. Most humans are glued to your phones, thinking that they're multitasking while the woman is talking about something that is extremely important to her. And slowly, as these instances compile, that's where emotional disconnection, or a woman starts checking out, or you start checking out if you see her doing that. And so, right, extremely important to notice that. Depth in the present moment, I feel like, is something that should be highly prioritized in receiving and giving in our relationships, not just romantic relationships, but in women, yeah, they crave it, okay? So how do you build that? When you're actually with her, remove all distractions and try to get curious. That's all I ask clients to do, because you're gonna have to retrain your brain to take away all of the distractions that is in your environment and in your head. Maintain steady eye contact and try to get curious. Ask questions. Listen, get curious, ask questions. Even if it sounds dumb, ask questions. And that's how you can make anyone truly feel like you're actually there and you're listening. That's it. And how great would it feel when she actually does that to you as well? Or maybe you can think about someone who actually already did that with you. That's what I mean. Depth of presence is what all women crave. So this wraps up my video for today, and I hope you found it helpful. Gentlemen, remember, men are motivated to climb up the social hierarchy and earn money. I get it. It's important to do that. You need to make something of yourself in order to feel confident and competent as a man. Women do as well, in their own ways, right? Money can buy gifts. Money can somewhat buy momentary happiness, trips, comfort, experiences in which you would have never been able to experience. However, though, without conviction, controlled power, or a depth of presence, you cannot build close relationships that are built on genuine loyalty and authenticity. And so if you are struggling to find a woman or know what to work on within your relationship as a man, I hope this video was helpful, okay? Money does not solve everything. And the type of connection and relationship that I'm trying to promote all human beings to exude and work on is what makes families beautiful. What I believe is the pinnacle of a great family. And it also allows a woman to safely submit to you, respect you, be loyal to you, follow you, and most of all, desire you naturally. Not that she's going to listen to you blindly. True submission means that the woman on the other end feels that you have her best interest in mind. And so whatever you suggest, she feels and acknowledges that you've thought of her. And so she'll just say yes. That's what I believe as true, safe submission. Not when you say something that she has to do that is going to put her into danger, and because she is so loyal to you, she's going to do it anyways, right? So no, right? You have the best interests of the family and her in mind, and so she submits to you fully. And that's a beautiful experience as a woman and a beautiful experience as a man. So wrapping things up, if you're a man tired about guessing around about what women want, if you're successful in some areas, but you're struggling mostly in relationships and love, that's exactly why we've created this practice. That's exactly why we solely focus on men, studying men, researching male psychology, researching evolutionary psychology, researching history, researching how history has shown that the world ticks and moves. We want to serve men and give them tools that have worked already. Our team is growing slowly, and if you're interested in taking therapy, you can click the link in below, book a consultation, fill out that form, book a consultation, and we'll match you up with a therapist, and hopefully you will have an experience and self-discovery journey that actually forces you to challenge yourself to change and better yourself. That's my whole mission. Not therapy, it's to embark on as many life journeys in my clients' lives as possible so that we can all grow together. That's my whole mission, especially in our industry. Men's mental health doesn't have its own category, and it should. We are different. Men and women are different. So feel free to book a consultation. Link is in our description. And until next time, bye. Hi everyone, if you enjoyed our content, don't forget to follow us on TikTok and IG where we post daily, and YouTube where we post weekly.